Hello again, everyone. Happy New Year, and I hope that all of you had a wonderful holiday season. So, I got a pretty amazing Christmas gift this year. At about 2 p.m. Central Time, while I was at work Christmas Eve, I was notified that I had hit 5,000 subscribers. And I cannot describe to you the gratitude that I have to all of you. I remember thinking back to when I started doing these readings in mid September and I only had 22 subscribers and how happy I was for that. And now I am at 5,000. I am so thankful. Words cannot express the gratitude that I feel to all of you and how blessed I am to know so many beautiful souls. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I love doing these readings. And again, I do truly hope that what's coming through is helping those who are finding it. And I cannot thank you enough for all of your kind comments and the love that you've been sending. You guys are really helping me go through some dark times right now. And I just thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I love you guys and I love doing these readings. And welcome to 2017. So as always, this is your weekly general tarot reading. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get started. Hello Aquarius, and Happy New Year to all of you. So before we begin your reading, I have two cards, one from Lay Vampire and one from Chakra Wisdom. And what you pulled here is pretty neat. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled discipline, training, consistency, and practice. Now, with this card, this is very much the whole, at first, if you don't succeed, try again, right? We've always heard that. Now, with discipline, this is about dealing with the pain of going through that continuous practice in order to experience that ecstasy. So, continue to use discipline, because with destiny, from Chakra Wisdom, this is telling you to dare to have your life the way you decide. This is about taking a risk and taking a stand. Your destiny is what you choose it to be. So there's a need here to follow some discipline when it comes to going after what it is you truly want to create in your life. And into your weekly reading. This is for the week of January 1st to the 7th, 2017. So let's see what's going on with Aquarius. What are the messages for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to hear? Okay, Aquarius. Here's the energy coming through. Wow. The King of Wands. The King of Wands is looked at specifically as Sagittarius. Now, this could be a fire sign. And, right now, I'm feeling like this is a person coming through. So, the King of Wands, very wise, very passionate, very driven, always seeking new adventures, and people follow him and he shows them the way. Now that part of it very much reminds me of Aquarius, because you guys look at the rest of the world and you go, what the hell are you doing? You guys got this all wrong. Let me show you how this is done, right? But looking at the fire behind that king, I feel like maybe there's somebody involved here. Oh, in the past, the Ten of Swords. So The Ten of Swords is all about needing to accept the end of something painful. The Ten of Swords is about being released from a harmful arrangement or an agreement or a relationship. It's over and it's done with. The image there is really painful to look at, but the beauty there is when you accept the ending of the old. And here specifically, the ending of the past. It opens the door for you to do something different. And I think that's why destiny is pulling up. Maybe what you were going after before wasn't your true calling. Because, again, with destiny, it is what you say it is. So clearly there's a need to accept the ending of something painful and realizing that there's nothing you can do. It's over and it is done with. And I wonder here if it has to do with a person. Oh, Aquarius, what is going on? So the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is all about poverty and loss and feeling like you're being left out in the cold. And truly, it's more about the fear of losing than it is actually losing anything. But seeing that king, I feel like maybe, there's this need to accept the end here because this person may have made you feel like you were left out. And, looking at that with the oracle cards and you talk about discipline. When you look at this card, it talks about, the pain that you go through in the short term is nothing compared to the ecstasy you'll receive after going through this continuous training. You don't want to give up. But I feel like here, somebody has definitely made you feel left out, and there's like this need to accept the ending of whatever the relationship is here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Future conditions, the Tower. Oh, Aquarius. The Tower is all about having all those limiting thoughts and beliefs come crashing down. You have built on a false foundation. This is where there's going to be some change happening. But the beauty in this card, and this is why I don't really see the Tower as such a bad thing. When you start to take action, you can rebuild something better than what you had before. But if you just, are stuck, you just continue to feel the crumbling of the tower. You don't really move forward, and again, the message behind that is once you get rid of all the shit that does not serve you, what you create out of that rubble is going to be so much better than what you thought you had. There's definitely a need for some serious change here. I mean, between the Tower and the Ten of Swords, it's like, no, this shit needs to be over with. And I feel like seeing all of this may have to do with a person. And looking at these two, again, your destiny is what you say it is, not anybody else. The best path to follow is telling you, yeah, and it makes sense. It makes sense. The best path to follow is telling you that you're going to have to put in some hard work, but you will see the results of the hard work that you put in. So again, if you start putting in the work that you need to rebuild this here, it will pay off. Again, it will pay off. But you need to use that discipline. Don't stay stuck in this anymore. Get rid of that. Do the hard work that you need to do to rebuild this. And again, looking at that 10 and that king, if there's a need to end a relationship, whether it's romantic, whatever, that 10 is saying it's over with. It is over with for you. You have to accept that in order to rebuild here. Oh my goodness. The influences around you, the Chariot. Oh, wow. What is going on here? So for some of you, I feel like there is a situation here where you really need to take a second look at what is going on in your life. The shit that you're hanging on to needs to be gone. You're going to have to put in some work here, but the Chariot is saying also, again, use your willpower and your self-control. Very much goes along with discipline. So if you feel like you're being pulled in two different directions, this is where you need to get control. You need to get control of what is going on in your life right now. Wow. You know, I feel like for some of you, the reason why that this reading is showing up is because some of you need to hear this. You know, I truly hope that not all Aquarians are going through this. You know, and of course, being a general reading, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but what worries me here is the continuous appearance of the Tower. And, you know, there's this clear message to you now, especially with the Oracle cards, that if you want change in your life and to see something better than this shit here, you're going to have to put in some work. Take responsibility for what is going on, get control, use discipline, and start rebuilding here. Because none of this is worthy of you. My goodness. Oh, your hopes and your fears. It's like, for me, the frustration here is that it's like, you know, every card that's being pulled here so far, if this is centered around a person, is telling you that there needs to be some change here. Seriously. And it's like, I feel like some of you may be stuck because of this continuously showing up the way that it has. It's like some of you are just really having a difficult time here, and the universe is like screaming at you that you deserve so much better, so much better. The Eight of Cups, in your hopes and your fears, the Eight of Cups is about moving on emotionally before you do physically. This is where you've started something here, but it's not serving you. It wasn't enough. It just emotionally was not enough for you. So, you know, this card is saying that you need to say, that's okay. Emotionally, you need to be okay with walking away from it. That's okay. I'm going to take a different path now and do something different, because this is just not good enough. This is not worthy of me. Oh, Aquarius, please, 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 please. Please remember that if you put in the work here to change this, what you rebuild out of this will be worthy of you. But again, you know, it's like this need to stick to it. Stick to it. And get that control so that you can truly follow your own destiny. You know, it's like, oh, wow. Oh my goodness. It's like killing me seeing this. There's a clear message coming to you right now for some of you that are going through this, that you can do so much better. What you have going on is not worthy of you. And if it has to do with a person, it needs to be over with. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. To see that is telling me that, yeah, you're going to go through it here. There's some stuff that needs to be experienced here in order for you to start that rebuilding. Because the Seven of Wands coming out of all of this and having that being the outcome is saying that you are going to tell people
that are making you feel less than what you're worth, that I'm not going to take any shit anymore. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground and using your voice. You're letting people know exactly where it is that you stand. I am not going to deal with this shit anymore. Now, looking at the King of Wands as your energy coming through, it's hard to do because the King of Wands is wise. And it's not to say that Aquarius isn't wise. It's that right now with what you have going on here, it's like this should have been the best path to follow. But I feel like there's a person involved here that may be making you feel like you are less than what you are worth. Because of this feeling of being left out, the Tower showing up again, and that Eight of Cups, needing to walk away from what is not fulfilling you. And that Chariot in discipline is saying, you know, we need to get away from this now. And again, with the Ten of Swords, it is over with. Accept that it is over with, please, so that you can build something better. And remember, your destiny is what you say it is, not what anybody else says.
This one gets to me because I understand this feeling. Having to go through something over and over and over again before you finally get to that point where you have had enough and you're not going to deal with it anymore. And it's good to see that that's what's coming out of all of this, with this showing up again, with this feeling of being left out and this needing to accept the end of all of this. It needs to be done with. And remember, here you can build something so much better than what you've had before. Now, clearly, there is a need to get some self-control so that you can start rebuilding something better. But then, you know, when you look at these two eights, you're going to have to do some work. And the Eight of Cups, again, you have to be emotionally okay with moving on. You have to let go of what does not serve you, again, so that you can rebuild something so much better. And remember that your destiny is what you say it is.